What's up guys, YvensB here. So I was scouring the internet one day, as we all do, and then I saw one of my favorite photographers using a modifier that I haven't seen in ages. And I'm talking about ages. So much so that I had actually to look it up and try to remember what was the name of that modifier because I haven't seen it on the internet for a while. So after I got some really nice help, I actually went and purchased one. So if you want to take a look at it, well, this is it. This is a Brolly box. So what is a Brolly box? Well, a Brolly in common photographer language, a Brolly is simply a shoot through or a white umbrella, the one that basically you go through. This modifier is well known to everyone since it's probably one of the first accessories that anyone that got into flash photography probably start using because one, of its low cost, and two, it's fairly accessible and easy to understand. But in this case, the Brolly box is slightly different from what you know as a shoot through umbrella. The reason being is the black panel that is located behind this umbrella. This is the black panel I'm talking about. So this panel that I just referred to makes the Brolly box interesting really in three different ways. The first one is one of the problems that when using a white through umbrella is that whenever you shoot with a white umbrella without any backing, the light spills everywhere. Literally, there's no blockage, the light just goes through because of the omnidirectional bulb. It just spills in front, in the back, and just everywhere it goes, as you can see from this video. The advantage of the Brolly box is that the black panel that you put behind your umbrella basically blocks the light and avoids any one spillage and two, loss of power, because you're really using a lot of power that is not going forward, being pushed forward to your subject or wherever you want, and is being pushed behind. And that black panel basically cuts that light from going back and simply keeps it in front and keeps it slightly more efficient than just let it spill everywhere. And with the addition of the black panel, you get all the advantages, well, almost all the advantages of a softbox, which is control of light, and also a great soft quality of light. The second thing that is really great about a Brolly box is the cost. They're really cheap. Imagine just the cost of basically of an umbrella that has the fusion panel. The particular model that I'm showing here just cost me $40 to get, and it's fairly well made and it's easy to set up and everything is integrated, so I just have to pop it in and it's done. So this is a big advantage. And the third advantage also of this modifier, it's pretty small and light, and you get again all the benefits of a softbox, again without a bit less control, but it's well packaged enough that you can actually carry it in your luggage if you're traveling on assignment, or if you get a luggage like myself that is a bit too small and this model is a little too big, you can get something smaller or get maybe a bigger luggage and it'll fit. But you can even carry it around in your hands because it actually weighs almost nothing. So it works very nicely as a boomed light, since again the light is soft, it's diffused by the panel, but it also is very omnidirectional, again not hitting the back. It's very well controlled, so you get no spillage of places that you don't want to light, but you get a very nice even light spread everywhere. It also works great for video, if ever you do video lighting and you have your video light like the Godox SL60 that can actually mount an umbrella. It's very nice to use since actually you can control this light spill everywhere and not having to worry about hitting other subjects or hitting other areas that you don't want to. So the specific model that I'm using right now is called the PhotoDiox Brolly Box 43 inches. While this one is not necessarily invincible, I wouldn't run my car over it, of course. It offers a great quality of light and actually is fairly easy to set up because this specific model has the black panel integrated, so you don't have to set it up again as after you pop your umbrella. It's already attached to it, so you just really have to open your modifier, fasten to your strobe, and you're done. And the way that I think I recommend this to is either people that are traveling and don't want to carry too much light or too much gear with them, basically one light, one stand, and one modifier such as this, or someone that is maybe a beginner but is really past the point of using an umbrella, like a shoot-through umbrella, to use a light, and maybe want to get something slightly more serious to maybe start feathering the light and control a bit more without breaking the bank. And again, I would recommend don't shoot directly at the subject with that light. Try to feather it a bit, of course, because as any modifier will have, you'll have a very deep hot spot if ever you're using an umbrella directly facing the subject. So try to feather a bit more, give it more angle, so you can avoid any hot spots on the subject's face and just get that nice soft light, should it be the quality of light you're aiming for in this shot. So that's it for this video. I just really wanted to maybe reignite the conversation about the Brolly box. I haven't seen a person using it in a very long while, and I want to thank one of my favorite photographers again, Muse Chan, for just showing it behind the scenes and showing that he actually uses stuff that we forgot about. And I mean, you thinking that pros only using the best gear ever? Well, he's doing great shoots with stuff you can afford at home, so it's a good inspiration to have and see that even the best in the world using stuff that you can actually reach basically anyone can reach and anyone can afford. So I hope you enjoyed this. If you want to add this modifier to your lighting kit, I have 2 recommendations that I made in the links below, and if you want to check them out, one is by Adorama, or the Glow edition, and one is the actual Photodiox 43-inch that you've seen in the video. And if you did enjoy this also, please let me know in the comments, and also by giving a like to this video. And if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I'll be posting more and more information about modifiers, how they can be used, and some applications that fits your budget or that fits your future goals as a lighting artist. So again, thanks you for watching. I hope this was useful, and as always, happy shooting.